What is up YouTube, it's Kingfisher745, and Spec Op 29 has launched. So in this video we're going to have our first look and overview. We'll check out everything that came with this new Spec Op, and we'll get prepared for the task list and more. So first of all, Silk is the new reward hero, and we'll take a look at her in just a moment. First though, the mission bosses do look pretty epic. And we'll begin by checking out what we can win in each mission. In Mission 1, it looks like we'll be facing Karn and or Jack-O-Lantern. Well, definitely Jack-O-Lantern. And the reward weapon is going to be the Inferno Broom. It's a single enemy melee tech attack. It applies Scorch to enemies with Burning. And for its normal attack it applies Burning and Cower. So not a bad weapon at all. It's a pretty cool sounding idea and I can't wait to see a broom in action. But next, in Mission 2, it's going to be Carnage. And the weapon's the Organic Blade. This is a single target melee slashing attack that applies bleeding and pincushion. So it does look cool, but it is somewhat underwhelming. It's just okay. At least as far as my first impression goes. Now in Mission 3, it's the Green Goblin and Morlun as an epic boss. And the weapon they're showing us is the Web Shooter. The Web Shooter does nice damage by the looks of it and applies webbed. But that's it. I would have liked if it had at least one more debuff. But you could see how it helps with a spider related team. And there's our epic boss, who I'm sure is going to be a beast. That guy's pretty scary. Now moving on to the taskbar list. We'll begin with our first research. The blueprint for the Hemo-Arachnid Spray. This has a 12,027 offense and defense bonus, which is the most significant part about this item. Then moving on to our first weapon. It's the Inferior Webber. It's part of the Lesser Arania set, and it does have Exploit Webbing, Exploit Stun, a preemptive attack, and with any other set piece it gains momentum when preemptively countering. Oh, plus it applies webbed. So this is a lesser piece and it looks that good. This definitely has me excited for the actual set piece. By the way, all this webbing is really going to make these spider teams interesting. So we'll see how that plays out as well. Next up, on the research, it looks like something from Silk. And it's another Lesser Arania piece. This one's a quick action. It's stealthy, and it applies webbed and pressure points. So there we go, a quick action webbing. That could definitely come in handy in the right setup. Then moving on to what should be a real piece of the actual set. This one's a free action. It has a guaranteed hit, dependable debuffs, so debuff moves cannot be locked out. Then it gains a new immunity per set piece. Plus it causes pincushion to one enemy. Well, I have to say I'm liking that they added another free action to a set, and it seems that they're kind of keeping to that scheme. The one I really advocated for, with a free action and a quick action for your setup. So that I like, and the fact that you gain all these immunities as a free action, well, that's not bad at all. We'll just have to see the rest of the set and find out exactly how it all works together. Now after this, the real reward of the Spec Op, the brand new character Silk. She is a generalist, and she has hyper reflexes. Block, gain rising up, and counter with webbed against generalist and generalized targets. She also has hyper spider sense. Chance to evade single target attacks, but this is not triggered by attacks made by symbiotes. Alright, well, hyper reflexes sounds incredible. And there are ways to generalize enemies. The Savant Spear and Constrictor are just a few. Right off the top of my head. Then of course Avalanche may be the best for this because he has an AoE generalized, courtesy of his Epicenter. Now moving on to her abilities, we'll see what else she has to offer. So there she is, the original Silk. And her costume is amazing. Now as far as her actions, her level 1 is Spinning Silk. It's a ranged attack that has Webbing Stream. Apply 1 to 3 applications of Webbed. I kind of like it, but it is random. Now if it gives you 3 applications, that's Binding Web, and your enemy's going to be stunned, so that's amazing. But I really do think it should have at least one more debuff. As far as her level 2 Scrap and Slice, it's a 1 enemy melee attack that applies combo setup and wide open. So it's a setup move and it looks pretty decent. Following that, her level 6 is called Web Drop. It's another melee attack that applies off balance, lock on, and generalized. So there's her generalize. But like I said earlier, Avalanche with a quick action has a full team generalize. So that's going to be a great team up. Her level 9 Web Rush has exploit webbing, exploits combos, finest hour, and snared target. So there's that snared target once again. And I really do wish more attacks had that. But all in all, it looks like a lot of damage. And this could definitely be a one-shot move. So now let's check out her bio since we are coming pretty close to the end of this first look. Cindy Moon was a gifted child with an eidetic memory. Bitten by the same radioactive spider that created her world Spider-Man, Cindy was locked away in a bunker to hide her from the Inheritors. Eventually, Spider-Man learned of her existence and sought her out, only to draw the attention of the Inheritors and set off a chain of events that would affect the Spider-Verse. Alright, nice. Now for her team-ups, I'm sure it's going to be a lot of Spider characters. And wow, she has a lot of bonuses for Spider-Girl, Spider-Gwen, and all the rest. Spider-Man 2099 actually has 6. So that's a pretty sick team-up bonus. Same thing with Spider-Girl and Spider-Gwen. So we definitely have some very nice team-ups as far as scoring. Now check out this thing on the side here. You can click Generalist, Blaster, Bruiser, Infiltrator, Scrapper, and Tactician. And it shows you those heroes. But anyways, moving on, let's see what we have for sale. By the way, I don't always notice everything right away, so I may be late to some things. But for now, the Grace Note didn't show up on the main page. But it is here for 64 gold, and what it does is it's the third piece of the Arania set. It exploits opportunity, webbing, stun, has a preemptive attack, gains momentum when preemptively countering, and applies webbed. Now that sounds promising. The exploit opportunity, all the other exploits, and a preemptive counter, that could be a very sick weapon. So we'll just have to see for ourselves, and I'll try to get it as soon as I can. It does look like that's all there is for sale, so we'll be back tomorrow or later today with the task list and more. So stay tuned, make sure to subscribe, please leave a like, comment, and until next time, good luck and take care.